Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Molly Kerrigan, and I'm a proud member of the class of 2021. I'm a lifer here at Providence Day School, and while it's baffling to think that I have attended PD for 13 years now, it's even stranger to imagine going to a different school next year. I'm so honored to have been elected by my peers to welcome you to our commencement today. This is a truly special day, and I want to say thank you to the family, friends, and loved ones who are here, whether it's in person or virtually. We are grateful for you. I also want to give a big thank you to PD's faculty and staff who have worked so hard to make this year as normal as possible, despite the circumstances of the pandemic. Whether it's the teachers who have restructured their entire lesson plans to accommodate the virtual schedules, the facilities members who sanitize campus every single day, or the class deans, class officers, and faculty and staff members who have put together countless class bonding activities throughout the year, the class of 2021 is so very grateful for you. Thank you. Next, I want to thank my fellow classmates. I know it sounds cheesy, but y'all have taught me so many lessons which I'll never forget. Whether it was encouraging me to pursue new things enthusiastically, like when I tried fried alligator in New Orleans, picking me up after I literally fell in the marsh in Fort Fisher, or teaching me the true meaning of teamwork as we hung on for dear life as tiny freshmen playing tug of war against seniors during the homecoming games. I've learned so much from y'all. I can only hope to carry on these qualities into my college experience. I'm so proud of the achievements we have made as a class, and I'll always consider myself a Charger at heart. As an expression of the unity that defines the class of 2021, I kindly ask all of you to join me in prayer, however you feel is most meaningful. Dear God, thank you for the blessings you have bestowed upon us. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be surrounded by loving mentors, friends, and family on such a special day. We give you thanks for your counsel in times of uncertainty, your love in times of loneliness, and your comfort in times of sorrow. We recognize our fortune in finding ourselves within such a supportive community, and we give you thanks for all that you have done to help us reach this point. Looking into the future, we ask for your guidance. Entering this next step in our lives is exciting, but it is also confusing. We ask for your divine counsel so that each and every student here will be able to realize their full potential on whichever path they choose to pursue. As we navigate this transition, we pray for peace during moments of chaos, for insight during moments of doubt, for love and support during moments of adversity. All of this we pray for ourselves and for each other. Cherishing the fond memories and relationships we have formed here, we draw strength while empowering one another through your grace. In your name we pray, amen.
Please be seated, right? Thank you, Molly. Please be seated. I've been given 4 minutes to open this morning's proceedings. My 4 minutes have not started yet, so bear with me. Just for a second, take a look around, just drink it all in, and say, wow, it's good to be here. Don't have to say it out loud. Just say it to yourselves. The 4 minutes have not started. The 5 minutes. We're close to starting. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Is the sound on, guys? Is it on? Yeah. No. Hello and good morning. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, especially the class of 2021. My name is Dr. Glyn Cowlishaw. I'm in my 10th year as head of school here at Providence Day School. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to Providence Day School's 47th commencement ceremony. And just to get you warmed up, applaud right now. Yeah, come on. First live event in 18 months. That sounds great. My notes that Eric kindly prepared said, look into the crowd and say, if you are comfortable outdoors on this splendid morning in your family pod, please remove your mask. Do I still have to say that? No, I don't have to say that, please. My 5 minutes have still not started. Look around as we collectively breathe mask-free together. A grateful gulp of maskless, beautiful, fresh air. As we breathe a collective sigh of relief, I can feel the excitement. I know it's building up in you. Class of 2021, honored guests. People said that this could not happen, but here we are. Yes, we've had to overcome hardships. Yes, we've had to overcome loss. But we are here this morning to celebrate you, class of 2021. Many of us are vaccinated. I can assure you that I am caffeinated. And I am hoping that all of you this morning are feeling liberated. T-shirts will be on sale after the event that say vaccinated, caffeinated, liberated. Prior to our fond farewell, class of 2021, I really do insist that you pause, that you enjoy the public celebration in receiving your Providence Day School diploma. This is your day to enjoy the accolades of your family, your friends, and your teachers. I miss the faculty procession. I really miss that. So this year, more than ever, I ask the class of 2021, I ask this whole fantastic gathering, can we show our incredible faculty, our overwhelming support as we say thank you for guiding us and navigating us through this challenging year. Please show our faculty some love. Do you have a name for the graphic artist? Do you know who it is? Virginia. Please feel the love, faculty. We have a graphic artist here this morning. If you look towards the concession stand and wave to Virginia, good morning, Virginia. Give us a wave. Virginia will actually provide a visual record of this morning's event. It will be displayed immediately after the ceremony and on campus throughout the year. This is year 6 of us broadcasting via the PDBC, the Providence Day Broadcasting Corporation, live streaming this ceremony across the globe. And this part is true. As of last night, we have viewers confirmed in, and this is, I promise you, Finland, Australia, England, Wales, Cyprus, Kuwait, and I'm missing, what other countries did I miss? Italy, ciao, thank you. Any others? Sweden, thank you so much. We are not just a global school on our website. We are a global school. We have a global viewership today. I have 4 minutes, 5 minutes to introduce this morning. It starts now. A special message. Special message for parents and family members. A little while from now, as each graduate is recognized, I invite you to stand up from your family pod. And by standing, you are displaying your joy, your appreciation, and in certain cases, the sheer relief of your child walking across the stage this morning. Now, every head of school spouts at some stage, class of 2021, that y'all are the best class ever, y'all. I would never make such a statement. I would never make such a banal statement. But I'm asking our guests this morning, make up your own mind about this class. Here's a wee bit of the taste of some of the accomplishments of the class of 2021. I have to speed up delivery. I'm down to 4 minutes now. 24 of you earned global studies diplomas. 60 of you are lifers. There's 105 National Honor Society members. 6 people out here were National Merit finalists. 16 were commended scholars. This class was accepted to 214 colleges and universities in 38 states, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and 6 foreign countries: Canada, China, England, Italy, Ireland, and beyond the wall to the wilds of Scotland. That is a PDS record for global entries. Just to keep yourselves in the mood, applaud that, please. Come on. 72% of this class will attend out-of-state schools, the highest in PD history. 28 senior athletes have committed to play college sports, 11 in Division I colleges. 65 of this class have won 6 state championships and 2 runners-up championships and appeared in 9 conference championship games this year. 17 of you performed in our amazing band. You elevated our orchestra to new heights. Performing arts witnessed an amazing, amazing musical review in the grand outdoor setting of the West Wing parking lot. Our choral groups have just been fantastic all year. Who remembers an incredible film production, Much Ado About Nothing? It was memorable. This school's name has become synonymous with the Bloomies from a performing arts musical theater perspective. And I know you think it can't get any more exciting. It can. A senior will be the very first student in Providence Day School history to receive the Robertson Scholarship from UNC and Duke combined. One of this class received Providence Day School's 16th Moorhead Kane Scholarship. One senior in this class earned an appointment to the United States Naval Academy. Another earned a full academic scholarship to the University of Southern California. One senior will enroll in a combined program at Trinity College Dublin and Columbia University, attending each campus for 2 years. Now, this is the really frenzied excitement part right here, and I'm down to 4 minutes left. 87% of this class, 87% of this class were offered merit scholarships. Merit scholarships. Thank you, Tasha, for doing that. You're going to regret that applause because it's not going to be enough. 87% were offered merit scholarships. The total amount offered in merit scholarship to this class sitting in front of you this morning, $17.3 million. I say it, $17.3 million. As I said, I would never say this is the best class ever, but the data is rather compelling. Now I can make a data-driven statement. This is a great class of 2021. As you enter the world of college, and indeed when you enter the world of work, when you return to campus as alums, you will be lauded as the class of 2021. The class that stood up to the world and for the world, learning, living in a different way without missing a beat. You will always have a special place in our hearts. To conclude, my own tradition at Providence Day School graduating class is the sharing of 2 very famous quotes from 2 radically different 20th century British philosophers. One was my father's favorite British philosopher, another one he was not quite so keen on. With such an erudite group, I realize there's no need to name these philosophers. And I quote, class of 2021, "This is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning." And finally, I know I speak for everyone, each and every one of us in the PD community, and I really do mean this from my own heart, class of 2021. And I quote again from another very, very famous British philosopher. I quote, "If there is anything that you want, if there is anything I can do, just call on me and I'll send it along with love, from me to you. Class of 2021, enjoy your day. Feel the love. Cheers.
Well, good morning, everyone. As usual, it's impossible to follow Dr. Cowshaw here on the podium, but this is my last opportunity as board chair to have that pleasure. So for those that don't know me, I'm Dr. Chris Mullis, a proud member of the class of 1990 here at Providence Day. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of the Board of Trustees. It's always a privilege and a pleasure to do that. Welcome families and friends, and most especially our graduating seniors to our 2021 commencement. I want to add my most heartfelt congratulations to you, the stellar class of 2021. And as I think about the folks sitting at the front of this field, as we look at it, I have about 3 different feelings simultaneously. That's the kind of complicated person that we are, right, as Providence Day graduates. I'm feeling appreciation for you folks, class of 21. I'm feeling pride. I mean, just listen to the accomplishments we just heard of what you've managed to do over your time here, culminating in this environment. And the last thing I'm feeling is awe. There's no debating that you have just completed one of the most complex, challenging school years in history. And while you certainly may be excused, if you had even a nanosecond of maybe grumbling about hybrid classes, canceled class trips, or full-time mask wearing, you would be excused from that nanosecond of grumbling, even more than a nanosecond. But what I think is amazing is your accomplishments in light of that. Your accomplishments this year show that you quickly transitioned from why us to why not us. In other words, you asked, why can't we be the class that earned more scholarship money than any other class in Providence Day's history? Why can't we win 7 championships in a year and mind-boggling 4 in one day? And why can't we re-envision performing arts in a COVID world and put on some of the most creative concerts and plays imaginable? Well, the short answer is you can, and you did. How you managed to accomplish so much is a much more complicated answer, but it lies not just within the coherent strength of the class of 21 as a whole, but also within the hearts and minds of every single one of you. You each called upon strength and resolve. Strength and resolve you didn't realize you had 15 months ago. Qualities and attributes that not only served you well in 2021 as graduates, but will continue to serve you as your arc develops. And no matter where you roam from this great campus, it will serve you well. Now that's kind of very exciting, right? But also a little scary when you think about graduations in general, not only your own, but the fact that this is the last time that you will all be in the same place at the same time, the same space-time. And that very soon you will spread out across this continent, around this globe. But if you take away only one thing from today, I hope you'll remember that no matter where life takes you, you will always be a Charger. Now, another person who is always a Charger is our special speaker today, Mr. Sean Smith, from the Providence Day class of 1988. You may know Sean as a PDS Hall of Fame member, Providence Day Athletic Hall of Fame member, and a member of our Board of Alumni. As I was only 2 years behind Sean here at Providence Day, I certainly look up to him when we were in school together, and we have recalled how much smaller the art program was when we were in band together. It was not much more than you and I, and we compared notes on what we recall from our playing qualities, and it was a different era, let's say. Now more than 30 years have passed, and that makes my heart trimmer and maybe Sean's heart trimmer just a little bit. 3 decades have passed, and my admiration for Sean has only grown when I consider all that he's accomplished since leaving Providence Day. After his undergraduate degree at Purdue and his master's degree at the Newhouse School of Communications at Syracuse, Sean turned his passion and acumen of sports into a lifelong profession. He has worked in the baseball front offices of the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, my personal favorite, the Astros, and he has served as the Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer, CMO, of the NBA Development League. He has assumed the role of General Manager of the Lowell Spinners minor league baseball team and he's currently the Senior Vice President of From the Stretch. And if you're not a baseball person, I challenge you to look up what that means. Many of us know Moneyball is a great book, and a pretty good movie, but for Sean Smith, it's real life. We are so pleased and deeply proud to welcome home Mr. Sean Smith.
Dr. Cowlishaw, Dr. Mullis. When I used to work for the NBA, the closest I got to being a doctor is I got a chance to work in a project with Dr. J, so I certainly feel very special to be in your company. So 50 years old. I'm 50 years old. Truth be told, I'm 51. I just turned 51 a couple weeks ago. It is an amazing accomplishment where this school has come, and even more amazing is that you embody the true vision of what was set out so many years ago on this ground. Parents, I want to congratulate you. You've sacrificed your time and your treasure and your patience to put your children through one of the best private schools our country has to offer. I share in this with you because I, too, am a parent of a graduating senior. My daughter, Reagan, will graduate in a couple weeks, and she'll be attending the University of Texas at Austin and become a Longhorn. So I share in your joy. I share in how proud you feel of your children. A couple days ago, class of 21 member Jonah Weintraub and I, yeah, Jonah, pay attention. We just had coffee a couple days ago, and Jonah shared something with me that really resonated with me. He shared that his mother and father are amongst his best friends. So mom and dad, if you're here today, that's pretty special, because not every parent gets to hear that, and more importantly, not every parent gets to hear that said about them behind their back. So congratulations. Congratulations to the teachers. Glenn touched on that before. This is a day of joy for them as well. Their hard work is embodied in you and your accomplishments. They're proud of what you've achieved, and they're happy. I know when I graduated, there were many teachers happy to see me leave. I think the maintenance crew was a little upset that I was leaving with all the blackboards and floors I helped them clean. But nonetheless, this is a big day of joy for the teachers. And for the administration, Glenn, Jeff, Nancy, everyone, you have kept our students, our parents, our visitors safe and healthy, which is the most important thing we could ever ask for, is the safety of one another and the safety of our children. So thank you. Very, very important responsibility. Thank you. And you've heard it touched on already that you're always a Charger, and you're part of a bigger family, one that is greater than you yet to realize. So it's important as you walk here today to always embrace that phrase, that you're always a Charger. When I walked down here this morning, it brought me back to the walk I've taken hundreds of times, and many of us has taken collectively hundreds and hundreds of thousands of times, and people will take for the next 50 years, walking down from the lower school and middle school to make your way down to this part of campus. And I realized this is really hallowed ground. This is ground where our family, our Charger family, has taught us how to deal with failure and has helped to develop our own sense of faith. And once upon a time when we came down here, there was nothing here other than pine trees. So if you look behind me here in front of you, all these beautiful pines, and certainly off in the distance and surrounding us, there was nothing here but pines. And look at how far that we've come. But looking in these pine trees, the ancient Greeks and Romans once believed that if they would look to those pine trees, they'd look and listen for the rustling in those pine trees. They believed it was the voice of Zeus. What was that voice telling them? I wonder what they heard in those pine trees. Gil Murdoch is a cornerstone of Providence Day. Everyone has had the opportunity to be part of his journey and have him be part of yours, whether you knew Gil, whether you played for Gil, whether he was administrator for you, or you certainly know him for the baseball field named in his honor and the turkey trot that's held every year. Gil Murdoch has served a variety of roles, but when I was here, he was the track and field coach as well as the cross-country coach. And we know Gil is looking down on this hallowed ground today, very proud of what the track team accomplished, the men's and women's team, about a week and a half ago, so congratulations. When I was in middle school, Gil Murdoch was our gym teacher, and we didn't do things like play football and kickball and the normal fun stuff. No, we ran. He loved to have us run. And down here, as this project was just starting to be developed, Mr. Murdoch came down here and blazed his own trail for us. He created this figure eight this figure eight of a course that we then had to run during gym. And I have to be honest with you, it was miserable. There were mud piles everywhere, and there was tree sap dripping on you, and there were pricker bushes. And Mr. Murdoch would stand there in the middle of this and just put this sense of fear in us that, oh my God, we have to do this every single day during gym? And I would look up at those trees before we would start, and these big pines would just bend over and twist, and they feel like you were going to fall on top of you. However, pine trees can last hundreds, if not thousands of years, and they're a very resilient tree. Pine trees can withstand droughts, they can withstand extreme changes in temperature, and they can go well beyond any gale force winds that take other trees down. The reason why, the taproot of a pine can go down as deep as about 15 feet. And in circumference, it can be as wide as the tree itself. In this soil, those pine trees were enriched to develop the stability to withstand our chargers, to learn how to withstand the tests and resiliency that they're going to face. I failed every single day of my life for the first time on these grounds repeatedly. And I'm sure you've heard people say to you, well, you're going to learn to fail in life. You're going to have to fail. Fail, 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 fail. That's true, okay? But you've already learned how to fail. And you've already learned how to overcome failure. Mr. Murdoch would stand there with a stopwatch in the middle of this course and hold us accountable to one another. We had to run the course within 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, we had to finish. And if we didn't finish it in time, we all had to run it again the next day. So imagine the pressure as a 7th grader, 8th grader, to being held accountable for your own failures in a very public way. Now, you've all faced your challenges and your failures. Maybe you didn't get the grade in the test you wanted to, or you didn't get into the college you wanted to go to, or you didn't get a chance to win the game that you wanted to win, or you didn't receive first chair in the student orchestra, or you didn't get that lead in the play that you wanted to have. You've overcome all those things and come back the next day with a resiliency that's built here on campus to learn how to overcome. Your teachers have pushed you. Your parents have pushed you. You pushed each other. Mr. Murdoch pushed us. He would stand there with that stopwatch as we ran by until we were all done, and he would scream at us, "You can do it. Don't give up. You can do it. Don't give up." As frustrating as that was to hear, the soil and the roots that we were running on was preparing us to learn how to deal with failure in a very public way. Many religions and spiritual leaders believe that the pine tree is a symbol of faith. Now, faith manifests itself in many ways, and the faith that I want to touch on here is your faith in yourself and your belief in one another. The values that are taught to you and embodied here at Providence Day through its administration, through its teachers and its coaches. And if you question what that may mean, just ask the women's soccer team on this hallowed ground, roughly 10 days ago, what they accomplished. One of the most amazing come-from-behind victories, cool, calm, and collected, and I believe now, we just checked the other day, that I think they're second in the country on max preps. Their belief in one another, their belief in themselves, and their belief in their coaching staff. So with that example, stop and think for a moment. Who's inspired you? Who's challenged you to believe in yourself? Who have you pushed to believe in themselves? Sam Caudill served many roles here at Providence Day. He was here for decades. He was a teacher, he was a coach, he was an administrator, school disciplinarian, and he was a very dear friend of many of us that spent a lot of our lives together. I came here in the 6th grade, and Mr. Caudill was with me here virtually every step of the way. There was a time when we were very young, our basketball team was a pretty special team, and we almost lost one game. We won on a last-second shot. And the way that we carried ourselves was quite miserable. We were arrogant, and then we had our tail tucked between our legs because we didn't win by a large margin of points. We come back to practice the next day, and Mr. Caudill very politely yet firmly explained to us that that's not how you represent your school, win or lose. And up at the Ridenhour, if you come from the mini gym into what was once the main gym up there, there's that little hallway and a door that leads into the gym. And Mr. Caudill got down with us and looked us each in the face with his index finger extended, said, "Every time you walk through that door, someone is watching you." So as we as Chargers have our faith tested, and we go around the country and we go around the globe with our successes and our merit, people look to us as leaders. People look to us to see how we handle things when our faith is tested. Chargers, you're always being watched. You're always being looked at. Over the centuries, many cultures have viewed pine trees as a symbol to be celebrated in the arts and religion and in a variety of different cultures. And you take a look at the accomplishments here that our forever family of Providence Day, with over 70 cultures represented now and growing, is celebrated across the globe, similar to the pine tree, but in a much more grand current fashion, in sports, in government, in education, in science, in the arts, in music. Providence Day is celebrated everywhere in every way across the globe and will continue to be celebrated. And as being part of that family and always a Charger, you know, we're all part of a family at home, right? And families have different meanings and different origins and different interpretations. But basically, family comes down to being able to handle the good and being able to handle the difficult. And it's great when things are good, right? Just ask the men's lacrosse team here on this hallowed ground. Their family got a chance to celebrate. So it's great to be part of the success in the hallowed ground. But when things are difficult, that's really when you find out who your family is. My mother and father passed away some time ago, both separately. And it's a rather difficult experience to go through. And at our house, we lived not too far from here, our doorbell, my dad wasn't a very handy guy, our doorbell stopped working and we just never bothered to fix it and people just knock every time they would come to the house. So when Mom passed away, she wasn't gone for more than a few hours. And all of a sudden, big booming knocks at the door. I go to the front door and I open it, and who's standing there? Jim Serby, Jeff Lucia, Sam Caudill, Mr. Garrison, Roy Garrison, and Brick Smith. We know who these guys are, most of these guys. As I open the door, my jaw drops, and Brick Smith, who used to play Major League Baseball, for those of you that don't know, played with the Mariners. Brick was a hulk of a man, especially when we were young. Brick walks through the door and grabs me in a big bear hug and says to me, "I love you." That was the first time in my life I had ever heard anyone outside of my immediate family tell me they love me, let alone a grown man. Brick lost his father some years later, 2 weeks before I lost mine. And unfortunately, that scene was recreated once again, but we have never stopped telling one another that we love each other, and we'll never continue to stop telling each other. We'll always perpetuate our love and care for what we've established here on this hallowed ground at Providence Day. So what does this have to do with you? Okay, being a part of this family, what responsibility do you have going forward? Well, as your family spreads, the Providence Day family spreads across the globe, and I can assure you Steve Bondurant and I will be reaching out to you shortly as a member of the Alumni Association, and whether we bug you for a donation or whether we bug you for some time at a community service project, that's only one aspect. But these pine trees, as they grow and spread, it all starts with this. It starts with a little pine cone. These things drop, it drives us crazy stepping on them, picking them up in our yards. But what happens is little animals take these, they nibble on the seedlings, and they drop them and toss them. And then the pine trees start to cultivate and grow and spread, just as Providence Day and our cultures continue to spread across this country. Coming back to Providence Day will always be a safe haven for you. It'll be a place for you to come back and take a deep breath, to see the teachers that believed in you, that your family has taught you how to overcome failures. Your family has taught you how to exercise and cultivate your faith in yourself and one another. And when you come back here, these pine trees are always going to be here to remind you of what's in this soil, of what's in the root of your foundation. Folks, this is family. This is life. This is who you are and who you always will be. You will always be a Charger. And when you can't make it back to campus, chances are you're going to find pine trees. They're on every continent except where it's very cold. And I encourage you to take a step back and do what the ancient Greeks and Romans did. Look into these pine trees and listen for the voices. What are they telling you? You can do it. Don't give up. Every time you walk through that door, someone is watching you. I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the voices of Providence Day. Thank you very much. I appreciate being a part of this celebration, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
That was superb. Well done. Nailed it. Superb. Global Studies next? What a fantastic message. Known Sean for several years, and Sean always touches my heart. We have so many things in common regarding family and love. Providence Day School is a safe haven I find amazingly appealing and comforting. And I know my wife is here this morning, Sean, and I have been listening to voices in pine trees for years. She is not always as convinced as you are it's a good thing. Thank you for giving me that credibility. Thank you so much. We move on to our presentation of special awards. And our first awards this morning are to our Global Studies Diploma recipients. Are we in the right order? At the 2007 commencement, Providence Day became the first high school in the nation to award an additional high school diploma to those students who completed a rigorous curricular and extracurricular program in global studies. Today, we honor the 15th cohort of Global Studies Diploma recipients. The purpose of the program is to develop within our students an ability to appreciate and value the differences among people locally and globally, and to develop the knowledge, skills, and character to become active global citizens. This year, we are proud to recognize 24 members of the class of 2021 who have earned the Global Studies Diploma. Please hold your applause until I have read all 24 names. Carly Ulrich, Katie Beeson, Olivia Brooks. Let's have people stand as I read your name, please. Carly Ulrich, Katie Beeson, Olivia Brooks. Thank you. Sophia Bowie, Eliza Cardwell, Kate Carlson, Femi Cole, Sophia Dillman, Olivia France, Ari Gibson, Nate Herndon, Eddie Horwitz, Anna Jacobson, Catherine Marks, Joshua Malone, Anna Pappas, Ethan Polk, Asa Pollock, Ashlyn Richards, Taylor Sanchez, Lily Schumacher, Charlie Usadi, Claudia Vassbinder, Sophia Zimmer. Please show some love to our Global Studies Diploma recipients. You look great. Please be seated. Today, we want to honor the commitment of 57 families to Providence Day School. Their sons or daughters, whose names I will read in a moment, have been enrolled at Providence Day School since at least first grade, and in many instances, since TK. We salute you, your children, and your commitment to Providence Day School. Students, when I read your name, please stand and remain standing until I have read all 60 names. Please let us hold our applause until all names are read. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can see you getting warm out there, so much prominence will be given to proceeding in alphabetical order this morning. So to shake things up, to cool you down, to bring a little rock and roll to this morning's events, we will read this list of lifers in reverse alphabetical order. Thank you for that. Jonah Weintraub, William Wallace, Claudia Vassbinder, John Tybe, Maddox Tapp, Jackson Sykes, Grace Stokes, Caroline Seacard, Lily Schumacher, Michael Shenslin, John Sarantu, Taylor Sanchez, Ethan Polk, John O'Neill, Colby Oglesby, Annie Odom, Coulter Nichols, Emnet Naod, Embry Morton, Meredith Morris, Charlie Moore, Jackson Mayhew, Catherine Marks, Luke Manna, Anna Jacobson, Olivia Jacobson, Madison Lyons, Ellie Lohr, Zach Lohavishan, Landon Lewis, John Laughlin, Christian Landis, James Kurani, Molly Kerrigan, Ashley Jensen, Mary Alice Hubbard, Nate Herndon, Anna Riley Gutierrez, Addison Graziano, L. Ferguson, Chris Ems, Emma Dixon, Sophia Dillman, Spencer Delafave, Field Crumley, Carter Craig, Alex Cook, Hollis Comer, Elena Saravalo, Eliza Cardwell, Tyler Campbell, Ella Caldwell, Kelsey Caldwell, Petra Caldwell, John Morris Byrne, Olivia Brooks, Will Brinley, Larson Brecknitz, Katie Beeson, John Bambauer. Ladies and gentlemen, our lifers. Way to milk that applause, lifers. Please be seated. Today, I'm pleased to recognize a group of families who have been part of the Providence Day community for many, many years, our PD legacy families. This year, we have 6 families who, as alumni, have entrusted us with the education of their own child. To recognize these graduates, they have been given a PD legacy pin that they are proudly wearing on their gowns today. And I know they asked me to mention they also received an extra gift this year of a special, beautiful pair of socks that they are waiting for the right social occasion to proudly wear those socks. At this time, I would like to ask this year's graduates and their parents to stand as I call your names. Please remain standing after I call your name, and I ask that we hold our applause until all 6 families have been recognized. Anna Chowdhury, daughter of Adnan and Kat Coppola Chowdhury, Kat, class of 1988. Luke Dyer, son of Cam Dyer and Jen Allen Dyer. Cam and Jen, both class of 1992. Addison Graziano, daughter of Eric and Dina Forcucci Graziano. Dina, class of 1995. Anna Riley Gutierrez, daughter of Damian and Neely Porter Gutierrez. Neely, class of 1992. Jackson Mayhew, son of Clint and Lynn Lewis Mayhew. Lynn, class of 1992. Grayson Tappy, son of Skip and Jeannie Tappy. Skip, class of 1991. Our legacy students and families, please show them some love. I wonder how long we could keep it going for. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please be seated. The Downing-Williams Endowed Chair of Teaching Excellence was established in 2018 with the incredibly thoughtful and generous philanthropic support of Nancy and Bruce Downing. Last year's recipient, Randy Sinkowski, is going to join us on stage as he will be presenting this year's award to this year's recipient. Please give Randy Sinkowski some love and encouragement to make it up to the stage. Thanks, Randy. Endowed chairs are synonymous with exceptional faculty and teaching excellence. This chair is awarded to a full-time member of our faculty who will hold this distinction for 1 academic year. The recipient of this honor will receive a stipend of $7,500 and a professional development award of $3,500. This year's Downing-Williams recipient has worked at Providence Day School for the past 17 years. A former winner of the Teacher of the Year Award, this individual has served as a grade-level advisor, a middle school club leader, and as faculty advisor to the Middle School Diversity Club. This teacher demonstrates mastery in his content area, is continually creative in curriculum development, as witnessed through his personal finance elective, and has a true gift for connecting not only with students, but also with other individuals across the PD community. His students, and indeed colleagues, know that he cares deeply about them. His passion for teaching and learning is clearly evident through all that he does as a member of our middle school faculty. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Downing-Williams Endowed Chair of Teaching Excellence, Mr. Brian Lee. Randy, good morning. Oh. Come on down here, Brian. We all want to shake hands. We all want to hug. There you go. A few more people to shake your hand. Congratulations. Hey, congratulations. We love you, man. We love you. You would say a word or anything? You're good. Great. Go on, absolutely. Okay.
Hi, Mira. It's my wife. Oh my gosh, I'm speechless. Class of 2021, my heart is so full right now. I mean, this class knows how much y'all mean to me. Oh my gosh, I'm just kind of soaking it in right now, this moment. You know, in my life, the one place where I've always felt my most authentic self and where I felt like I was really myself is in front of that classroom with y'all. And right now, just to have this one last moment with y'all, this class, that's so special to me. Thank you all very much. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you.
Well done, man. You know that well. Feel it. Drink it in. Well done. Thank you, Randy. Come on, I can't resist it. One more round of applause for Mr. Lee. That's the award. At upper school closing ceremony last week, we honored many of our students for their academic and extracurricular excellence. This morning, I have the privilege of announcing our four most prestigious awards: the King Constantine Medal, the Head of School Award, the Salutatorian, and finally the Valedictorian of the class of 2021. The Round Square King Constantine Medal. Providence Day is proud to be a member of Round Square International, a consortium of over 200 schools across 50 countries and 5 continents. The Round Square King Constantine Medal is awarded annually to a student or staff or faculty member who embodies the 6 ideals of Round Square: internationalism, democracy, environmentalism, adventure, leadership, and service. The medal is presented to an individual who has done outstanding service work in the community, locally and abroad. This year's winner blends empathy and creativity with a heart for social justice. After traveling to Tanzania and witnessing the struggles of people who lack access to clean water, this student created portraits of people impacted by the issue, then sold them as note cards to raise money for the Water Project, a nonprofit dedicated to providing reliable water projects to communities in sub-Saharan Africa. Her advocacy through art expanded as she worked alongside PD teacher Edwin Gill in creating Faces of Diversity murals for the bilingual preschool of Charlotte. Her leadership also expanded as she led our own Model United Nations Club in her senior year. The topic of her final global leadership paper, Poaching in Sub-Saharan Africa and the Need for a Grassroots Response, encapsulates her essence: empathetic community advocacy. As genuine and kind as she is globally minded, she will attend Davidson College this fall. Our 2021 King Constantine Medal winner is Kate Carlson. You got it? Come on, we all want to present this, all three of us. It's like we do practice for the diploma. So well deserved. Congratulations. Well done, Kate. Show some love, please. The Head of School Award is presented to the senior who best exemplifies the core values of Providence Day School: a passion for learning, a sense of social responsibility, and a commitment to personal integrity. This year's recipient is a study in contrasts. On one hand, our athletic talents could not be displayed more publicly, as they were 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, on this very hallowed ground, when she led the state championship girls soccer team in their incredible come-from-behind victory over Charlotte Latin. And we're going to applaud that one more time. Come on, please. No less successful in the classroom, she excels as one of our more humble scholars. As one of her teachers remarks, she is incredibly insightful, but never talks just to hear herself talk. Kind, joyful, and talented, she will attend the University of Pennsylvania in the fall. The 2021 Head of School Award goes to Katerina Perules. You know which one it is? Thank you. Yes, sir. Wow, I'm running out of space. Show some more love, please. The salutatorian is the senior who has attended Providence Day since at least 9th grade, with the second highest cumulative GPA over the 4 upper school years. This young woman earns not just her teachers' praise, but their awe. She brings a joy to each one of her academic pursuits, as well as to helping others through Freedom School, Big Brother, Big Sister, and our True Connections Community Service Initiative. Also a 3-sport athlete, this year's salutatorian is graduating with a cumulative GPA of 4.625 and will attend Vanderbilt University in the fall. Congratulations to our salutatorian, Caroline Sykes. Here you go. We like the whole greeting. I've got to just give me a second. I'll do the handshake. This is practice for the diploma. Congratulations. Well done. Congrats. The valedictorian is the senior who has attended Providence Day since at least 9th grade, with the highest cumulative GPA over the 4 upper school years. This year's valedictorian is a true academic powerhouse, rarely earning a grade lower than A+ in one of the most rigorous schedules possible in the Providence Day curriculum. On his way to earning an amazing This year, with an incredibly rigorous schedule, he earned an amazing 4.668 cumulative GPA. While math and computer science are his favorites, English and history teachers gush at the insight and dedication he brings to those subjects as well. Also the leader of our chess club and an important member of our multi-state champions boys cross-country team, he will attend the University of Michigan in the fall. Congratulations to the valedictorian of the Providence Day class of 2021, Mr. John Smith. Well done. Congratulations to all those award winners. Could the members of the class of 2021 who are going to surprise us read the class gift please come forward?
Hello, everybody. It is just me. So, my name is Olivia Brooks, and with the senior class officers, I was tasked with creating this year's class gift. So, as you all know, both the end of our junior year and the entirety of our senior year has been full of uncertainty. It wasn't until 2 months ago that we were able to attend classes with all of our peers on campus. Half of the time spent learning, we sat in our homes instead of at school, and we unfortunately missed out on many opportunities that we had expected to have had in our senior year. However, Providence Day is fortunate enough to have structures in place to execute safe and effective online and hybrid learning. This lays in stark contrast to the fact that nationwide, many students are unable to afford the privileges that a PDS education comes with. This year's pandemic, coupled with global protests revolving around race, have yet again revealed to our generation the vast inequalities that are present in our world and systems. That is why our class officers and I thought it would be most appropriate to donate a gift to the wider educational community than just Providence Day students. The roughly $5,000 raised this year will be given in full to the PDS Freedom School Fund as a class of 2021 senior gift. We wanted to give back to the community and support education in Greater Charlotte. We're hopeful that this gift can both accomplish our goals and inspire others to support the community in a similar way. Finally, I wanted to add that the members of our grade who are part of Ms. Marks and Ms. Graziano's 5th grade class recently created a separate fund to donate the gift to the school in memory of their friend, Alex Reed. The students decided on paying for the installation of a Gaga ball pit in the recess area on the west side of campus. We hope that you all are as excited about this gift as I am. Thank you.
Yeah, great job.
Doctor, it's the naming. Come forward. It's the naming. Yes, I think you're over here. The naming. This is my favorite part of the show. All right, shake it off, class of 2021. Here we go. And by the way, Glenn, I have the socks on. They're kind of cool. You got the socks? You got the socks? You got the socks. The Glenn Calishaw socks. Class of 2021. Following your row leader, each of you will rise together, come to the left side of the stage. When your name is announced, you'll come forward and greet Dr. Calishaw. There'll be a photographic moment taking place, so enjoy the candor of that. He's right down the middle. When you're finished, please come to this side of the stage where you will be greeted as an alum by Board Chair and PDS alumni, class of 1990, Dr. Chris Mullis. This is like rehearsal and real at the same time. Carla, you ready? Here we go. Carlin Denise Allridge. John Robert Bambauer. Blake Austin Barwick. Catherine Ann Beeson. Jonah Andreas Beckler Texera. Grayson Wynn Brading. Larson Christopher Brecknitz. William Harrison Brinley. Congratulations. Olivia Grace Brooks. Sophia Nicole Bowie. Hannah Catherine Burgoyne. John Morris Byrne. Ella Nancy Caldwell. Kelsey Trina Caldwell. Petra Deneen Caldwell. Tyler James Campbell. Eliza Kate Cardwell. Madeline Kate Carlson. John Turner Casey. Elena Min Saravalo. Emery Shanae Cherok. Anna Sophia Chowdhury. Caroline Grace Chun. Jed Ryan Cohen. Oluwafemi Ayatunde Cole. Hollis May Comer. Alexander Richard Cook. Carter Bradley Craig. Henry Winfield Dinas Crumley. Amanda Alexis Cruz. Lucas Watanabe de Oliveira. Spencer Conrad Delafave. Sophia Rose Dillman. Emma Grace Dixon. Adam Robert Dunaeff. Luke Campbell Robert Dyer. Christopher William Ems. McCord Davis Fagan. L. Patricia Ferguson. Joseph Henry Featherston. Nicholas Holden Fields. Thomas Freeman Flynn. Olivia Marie France. Sterling Leonardo Gabriel II. Liam Michael Gideon. Ari Ja Gibson. Riley Bryn Gist. Jake Riley Goldine. Karina Shakti Gore. Addison Faith Graziano. Anna Riley Gutierrez. Caden Lee Hagler. Davis Clifton Harry. Morgan Haley Hart. Jake Lorenzo Helfrich. Nathaniel Barrett Herndon. Catherine Rose Hollowell. Edward Jacob Horwitz. Mary Alice Hubbard. Matthew David Jacobs. Eleanor Caroline Jaffe. Ashley Brooke Jensen. Cole David Jesse. Capri Jude Kasanovich Johnson. J. Brandon Jones II. Kennedy Prado Jones. Theodore August Katz. Mary Dempsey Kerrigan. Griffin Thomas Kassam. James Paul Karani. Christian Tyler Landis. Henry Spencer Langston. John Adams Laughlin. Sam Becker Levy. Landon Gray Lewis. Zachariah Verachai Loavishan. Eleanor Lahia Lore. Aiden Gabriel Lorson. Good job, Aiden. Madison Nicole Lyons. Mark William Magno. Anna Elizabeth Makomson. Olivia Grace Makomson. Hannah Rose Mamano. Luke Hudson Manna. Anna Sophia Marchison. Catherine Amadee Marks. Jackson Lewis Mayhew. Delaney Grace McGuirt. Joshua Lucas Malone. Jacob Francis Mixon. Charles Grisham Moore. Meredith Brooks Morris. Embry Caleb Morton. Jack Gregory Murphy. Emnet Ned. Gretchen Elizabeth Knock. Avery Harris Nelson. Coulter James Nichols. Annie Francis Odom. Colby James Oglesby. Jake Dalton Oliver. Just a little sequencing. Jonathan Davis Coddington O'Neill. I was scared for a second. Reagan Lombard Page. Anna Pappas. Mira Niraj Patel. Ethan Michael Polk. Katerina Anastasia Peroulis. Sven Alexander Person. Asa Ram Pollock. Colin Randall Quinlan. Catherine Juliana Rady Pentak. Ashlyn Elizabeth Richards. Sophia Joya Rinaldi. Richard Bradford Rivera. Ethan James Robinette. Axel Christopher Rokar. Parker Davis Rosenblatt. Taylor Alexa Sanchez. Kevin Papa Ikao Sangwa. Emma Marie Santos. John Peter Sarantu. Lena Sath. Michael Theodore Shanslin. Samuel Abraham Gabriel Schulman. Lily Katerina Schumacher. Anna Page Sherrill. Sarah Lofton Shirey. Ian Ford Schuler. Caroline Elizabeth Seacard. John Alfred Smith. Lindsay Arnott Smith. Ryan Henry Smith. Derry Rose Steiner. Grace Elizabeth Stokes. Jackson Robert Sykes. Maddox Adams Tapp. Grayson Philip Tappy. John Powell Tybe. Ashley Rose Taylor Topazzini. Gage William Turner. Charles Daniel Usadi. Shayna Abigail Van Gleesh. Claudia Grace Vassbinder. William Townsend Wallace. Aiden Joseph Waterman. Neve Maraid Waterman. Jonah Samuel Weintraub. Emily Jane White. Cade McAllister White. Sophia Pezecki Zimmer. Nice breeze to take all that in. Could I have Eliza Cardwell and could I have Kevin Sangmois please come forward? As they come forward, seniors, would you stand, please? Seniors, your tassels are on your right side. Would you please move them to the left as a symbol of your leaving Providence Day School into your next adventure? Would you like a microphone, or are you ready to do it without a mic? Let's go micless. All right. So everyone in the audience knows what will be taking place. We will be doing a tradition, which is our Charger cheer. As that happens, caps will be thrown, a moment of celebration will happen, and then we will actually start to exit. This is a photo moment. Get the cameras out, turn silent off, and celebrate. I leave it to Eliza and Kevin, if you would, please. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the class of 2021, if you would.
Great job. Get away now.